Hello and welcome to Tshimo-Gae. Today I'm going to be spending a bit of time feeding one of the CFT bins that I designed 2 months ago. A huge bin. I'm going to be putting a lot of food in there. But before I do that, I'm just going to be putting time-lapse video on how this bin was designed. So the bin I'm talking about is that one over there. So it's a 2-meter long bin by 80 or 90 centimeters. I'm saying that way. So length, it's 2 meter by 80 or 90 centimeter, and then depth is 90 centimeter deep. So that's the CFT bin I'm referring to. So I'm gonna be going in there, putting food, and please do journey with me, and I hope you enjoy. Alright everybody, welcome to my feeding, to the feeding of the CFT bin, excuse me. I have a bit of cold. Because the bin is so long, I've had to put the camera inside the center of the bin. So I think for video purposes, I'm going to be feeding this side of the bin. So at least halfway of the bin, to make sure that there's enough food in there. Here we go. So I first have to uncover. So these are the t-shirts that I no longer wear. Ooh, check these worms here. We have quite a few guys here having fun. Okay, so I can see they're like trying to wear the shirt, trying to get all nice and warm. So these are the guys that are like trying to explore the bin there. They look healthy, I must say. So I'm gonna try and move them around a bit. And they're beautiful adult worms actually. You can see some of them, they look like they're ready to lay eggs. So I'm gonna try and push them back their comfort space. So I'm just gonna roll this t-shirt over to the side, put it over here. Then we do have cut boxes over here. Right, so we can cover bin. Right, okay. So what you're seeing on top here also, I found what we call sawdust. What do you call it? Wood, sawdust wood that was somewhere in my carport. So I decided to break it up into small pieces and put them in here for the worms, I think, to have fun with it. What I've picked up is that some of the worms are enjoying going inside, I think, the crevices of these wood, sawdust wood panel. So what I tend to do is try to move these things to the side. So I'm gonna try my best to flip the bin. Okay, there you go. So this is the world of the worms in this bin. So there's quite a lot. In fact, I started with 6,000 worms when I put the bin together. I threw in 6,000 worms. I'm seeing a lot of cocoons actually in the bin as we speak. So the world is good here. All right. I'll try and flip this side of the bin. The bin is still moist. A week ago I fed 10 kilograms of pumpkin. So I haven't done this to this bin in a while. I haven't flip the material around, because the idea was to allow for the worm to settle, and I think they have settled very well. So pretty stunning work happening here. So there you go. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do my usual. I'm going to kind of move the stuff up out of the way a bit. Move the stuff to the side. So I've got lots of fruit to put in here. Okay, that's what I'm doing here. Create more space. I try and feed it, I think, every 2 weeks or possible. That's what I try and do, because it's a bit of a mission to feed a CFT bin. So I do have lots of fruit here, mainly mango that was in my garage for like 2 or 3 days. It started looking all interesting, all fermenting. I'm then going to add some more here. Seems like a lot of food, but hey, trust me, these worms can go into this food without any waste of time. I will then add famous ground coffee, lots of it. I'm going to try and mask the smell of the food. I will then follow with eggshells. Alright, that should be enough. Okay, try and move these out of the way. Move them out of the way, and then I'm going to cover back the food. Covering the food nicely. Make sure that none of it is kind of showing. Okay. Cover the food over here. And then what I do then is put these, the wood on top. So what I then try and do is then put back the boxes. I think this one can sit like that, and then this one can sit like that, and then do like that. This looks nice and covered, and I'll then put back the beautiful t-shirt. Over the food, the bed, that's how it looks like. And I'll roll back this middle one here. Do that. And my favorite thing to do is put back the plastic back on top. Okay, this is how I feed my CFT bin. I just want to thank you guys again for viewing my video. Thank you again for joining with me in this experience